$1 billion. The amount of money that would take the average DonutSMP player months or even years of grinding to even get close to. But in this series, we work our way up to $1 billion, all completely solo. So with no further more, let's get into the video. Alright, so just in case you didn't watch the last video, we left off with 20 skeleton spawners in a 300 module bamboo farm, and yeah, 100 million. Now this 100 million is good and all, and so is this giant bamboo farm, but this thing is not going to carry us to a build. So what we're doing in today's episode is we're actually going to go out and make a ginormous crimson farm. So I'm going to go ahead and start looking for some base cords. After getting a helmet from spawn and buying a pickaxe, because for some reason my pickaxe in the last episode had just disappeared or something, I have no idea where that thing went. One thing that's really annoying about getting good cords in the nether is that when you go back to the nether portal to go in the overworld, you never know what region you're going to be in. So sometimes I would be in an EU server, which is not ideal ping for me. I ended up getting literally nothing but EU, so I just decided to give up on making a new base for now and just AFK my bamboo farm. Alright, I'm back from AFKing my bamboo farm. I think it's been around like 2 hours. I'm not even sure. Maybe like an hour and a half, something like that. Alright, 2.28 mil. I'll take it. Now, technically, we didn't even really make any money because we did have to take a loss on M's pickaxe by $1 million, which kind of sucks. Alright, we were about to go make a big crimson farm. I did accidentally not record the footage, but we just basically mined out an area, that was it. Alright, so this is the area, we mined out. Sorry I didn't record it. It's nothing even big anyways, but yeah, we got these shulker boxes of moss. This is where we got the moss. After buying the farm materials, it was time to start working on the farm. Alright, I've been AFKing overnight. Okay, full double chest is pretty solid. 5.7 million. Another 5.7 million. Alright, perfect. We made about like $13 million from that, which is honestly pretty good. Okay, so sadly, earlier, the recording bugged. I just made one module. Thank God I didn't make a bunch more. Okay, you're probably wondering how in the world is this thing gonna get me to a build? Well, basically my plan was to just build a bunch of these small little modules. Also, we have 20 skeleton spawners, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put them down while we're waiting. And we can also buy 2 more, which is nice. Put those down. I also didn't want to waste money on farm materials, so I went back to my bamboo farm to just search through the random piles of junk I had just to see if I could use anything from there. Once I had brought all the materials to my crimson farm base, it was time to start working on the second module. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. It's free and it helps me out a ton. Now it's time to build the second module of the crimson farm. Alright, that should be working good. Now that I was done with 2 of the crimson modules, it was time to start working on some of the walls for the base. But before we continue with the video, are you looking for a new server to grind? Well, welcome to the brand new ThxSMP. We're the fastest growing shop survival server based around economy, PvP, events, and so much more. But what makes ThxSMP different? Well, we have insane custom mythics, an hourly king of the hill, duel arenas, loot drops every 30 minutes in spawn, and most importantly, we prioritize community and content. So if you want to join the next big shop survival server that offers insane media opportunities as well as the best PvP method of all time, join the ThxSMP right now with the IP and port on screen, and I promise you won't regret it. After making the walls to my base and wiring up some of the hoppers to the bone storage... Okay, this looks really weird, but basically what I'm gonna do is just build a layer just like this, and then I'm just gonna get a fungus farm and just build it right on top of this little, like, platform. I think instead of actually making this layer with the glass, I think I'm gonna do it with moss. I feel like that would look better. Alright, this kind of just looks odd, but this definitely looks a lot better than that glass in my opinion. After I was done with the third crimson module, I just went ahead and ordered some bones for cheap so we would have them when we need them. Alright, I'm gonna order $1.4 million worth of bones. I'm ordering for a low price, so it's not gonna complete instantly, but it's probably gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and place it now. By the way, if you ever see my money go down a little bit, that's probably just from buying farm materials. I need to go ahead and make the auto crafter for the bones, so I'm gonna go ahead and start filling all in this flooring. Now that we had bought the materials and the floor was done, it was time to start working on the auto crafters. Now, this was actually really easy because we only needed 1 since we don't have a whole lot of skeleton spawners. Yo, why are these things so expensive? I'm gonna buy 2 stacks and actually split them up. As I was making the auto crafter, some of the crafters that I had listed were actually selling. After I was done making the auto crafter, it was time to wire everything up, and oh my gosh, this was the worst time of playing Minecraft in my life, bro. I hate doing this. After I had wired it up, I went ahead and AFK'd my bamboo farm. Alright, let's see how much we made from our bamboo farm. I think we were AFKing for about like 3 or 4 hours. Pretty good. we made around 5.6 million. That is not bad at all. I will gladly take that. I bought an amethyst pickaxe and started mining out the area where I was going to build a shulker loader and auto sorter for the Crimson farm. After all the area was cleared out, I started working on the shulker loader. After I was done with the first module, which also has an auto sorter on top of it, I found out it completely didn't work, so now I had to tear the whole thing down and make another one. Alright, the whole thing is finished, and yeah, basically we just have to make a bunch more of these, like probably 2-3 more of them. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get off for the night, but I'm gonna AFK my bamboo farm overnight, and yeah, tomorrow we'll start working on more of this Crimson farm. Okay, I accidentally didn't record, but basically what happened is I sold my bamboo, and we made 8 million. It was a full double chest, and oh, there's one more in there. Alright, I'm back from a bunch of AFKing, and yeah, let's see how much our bamboo farm made. I think that's pretty good. 5 mil. Oh my gosh, bro, I left the spawners up there last time. I forgot I did that. I should not have done that. We had like 20, right? Okay, thank God. I definitely should have put that in my chest, but hey, at least they're not rated. Speaking of spawners, I'm gonna go ahead and buy 2 more. I was ready to go ahead and build some more shulker loader modules, but first I needed to order some shulker boxes so that it actually could work. Okay, one thing that I'm seeing right here is, if y'all remember in the last video what we did with repeaters, we can actually do that with droppers in this case. So after reselling some droppers, fixing up the shulker loaders, and adding a few shulker boxes into our order to the farm, they were almost all done. Alright, it's all done. It's definitely not the craziest storage ever, but it's just a small farm. It's not anything crazy. I don't expect this Crimson farm to even make a lot, so I just built this as an extra farm. After wiring up a little bit of the farm, I wanted to start working on the next Crimson module. Did I actually just build this entire thing wrong? Alright, everything should be working good. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and AFK this. I don't think this was a very good decision to even make this farm. Alright guys, I've been AFKing for just a slight bit. I had been AFKing for 15 hours. I don't know why I said slight bit. It's much more than a slight bit. We barely even AFK'd the bamboo farm. It was mainly just the shard area. What I want to do right now though is go make a skeleton spawner base, so basically I can just drop bones to a shulker loader and then order them to people for money. After about 30 minutes of looking for the place where I was going to build my base at, I bought an amethyst pickaxe for about 14 million and started mining away. I went back to my Crimson farm to get some shulkers and materials so I could start working on the roof of my base. After a little area was dug out, which only took about 30 minutes by the way, I started filling in the flooring, and then when I went to go get off, something bad happened. Alright, I am back. Something bad did happen though. I accidentally forgot to sell my amethyst pickaxe, so I actually just now sold it like a few minutes ago. After taking a loss of about 4 mil from that pickaxe incident, I started working on the walls to my base. Alright, this is the area we need. It's really small. I want it to be small though because it's gonna be harder for people to find it if it's smaller. So after building some of the storage, it was time to start working on the shulker loaders. Overall, this shulker loader design is really easy and actually very efficient. I was also pretty much building them layer by layer, so I had all of them done at the same time. Wait. We're already 8 minutes into the video, and I've only gained 15 million so far. You're probably wondering, what am I even gonna do for the rest of the 130 million? Well, I'm not gonna spoil it just yet, but I'll tell you that it wasn't AFK. And no, it's not the skeleton spawner base. Alright, all 4 of the shulker loaders should be done. I just have to put the shulkers in these chests, and then wire up the water flow thing. Before I did this though, I made a redstone clock, so it would shoot the shulkers out of the dropper into the storage system. So after dropping some of my orders and filling up the chest with shulkers, it was just about done. We can also buy a bunch more skeleton spawners, so let me do that real quick. 5. And we're really close to getting 6. Alright, that's pretty good. Now after everything was finished up, it was time to do something that you might not have expected. It was time to try and sell my bamboo farm. But before I did this, I did AFK my skellies for about an hour. Alright, I've been AFKing for a decent amount of time. We have enough shards to buy another skeleton spawner, and I think our skellies, I don't know how much bones it's made, but we're about to drop them all in. So after a little bit of searching through my Discord server, which you can join and link in the description, I found the guy that wanted to buy the farm, and his name was Waffles. You see, Waffles wasn't paying me with money. He was actually giving me items.
Alright, here you go.
Yo, look at this guy. He's media abusing, man. I would never pay that stuff for a bamboo farm.
The whole point of this challenge is for me not just to make a bill, but make a bill how literally anyone on the server could. So let me break down the prices of these items. First thing he gave me was 32 netherite ingots. Each netherite ingot at the time of recording was 3 mil each, so this is about $96 million. Also gave me 20 skellies, which at the time of recording was about $2 million each, so that equaled up to about a 40 mil. So the grand total was about 136 million. And since the base that I sold him makes $2 million an hour, he would only have to AFK for 3 days straight and make his money back. I personally thought this was a really fair deal, and hopefully you guys think the same. He originally offered me 120 skeleton spawners and 64 netherite ingots, but I declined that offer because I felt like that would have been unfair. I also did not care about this Crimson Farm base whatsoever, so I asked if he wanted to buy it for just simply 1 netherite ingot, which is 3 mil, and he took it. After he bought both of the bases, I mined up the random shulker boxes of loot I had at the bamboo farm, just so I could go through and sell the random stuff. We got 20 extra skeleton spawners, which is not bad at all. Alright, and then it should end up down here. Perfect. And it's 2 shulker boxes, and they should all be full of bones. Alright. 250k for only 2 shulker boxes. They used to be like 80k. Alright, we have 51 skellies now. He couldn't give us any money, so we're gonna have to sell these netherite ingots off. I listed most of the ingots just 1 ingot at a time, but I also listed a few netherite blocks just to see if those would sell as well. The netherite ingots were actually selling pretty good, so I just started selling a bunch of random stuff I had in my shulker boxes from the bamboo farm. Most of this stuff consisted of autocrafters, hoppers, comparators, and honestly just a bunch of random farm materials. Alright, hopefully they'll sell like immediately, because I don't want to hold on them to the investments, because if Donut expands the nether barrel, those things are going to go so low. Okay, people are actually buying the ingots though pretty quickly, which is good. It's kind of funny, I've had these same 2 items in my e-chest since the beginning of the entire series. Alright, I've been AFKing for about 20 minutes. Our POW has gone up an insane amount. Let me show y'all all the auction transactions just so y'all know. Nobody bought our netherite blocks though. But this is everything if y'all want to read these. But what I think I'm going to do is the netherite ingots actually sell very quickly. So I'm just going to turn these blocks into ingots and then just sell them individually. Alright, all the ingots are listed. I really hope these sell. I mean, they sell pretty quick, so I'm not really worried at all. But yeah, let's go ahead and dump our bones in. I don't know how much bones this made. It looks like it made, hopefully, maybe 2 pages. Okay, 1.5. I mean, we're only AFKing for like 30 minutes maybe, so. If all the stuff on our auction sells, we'll be at around 225 million, and we have to make 25 million by ourselves. I think what I'm gonna go ahead and try to do right now is make a glow lichen farm, just to see if it'll even do anything. I'm sure most of you have never even heard of this farm, but basically a dispenser bone meals glow lichen, and then if there's stone around the dispenser, it will actually like spread the glow lichen kinda. It's a weird farm, but it is pretty good. So after wiring up some redstone and buying some shears, I tested if the farm worked. Now the farm was decent for now, but I decided to make it a little different later on. If this can actually sell for a stack for 65k, then this is huge profit. Okay, we might want to get some maxed out shears like this. Yo, we're about to hit 200 million, bro. Holy. After getting a better pair of shears, I made the farm a little more efficient, and we also hit 200 mil from our netherite ingots. If they sell, we make huge money back. If they don't, then it's kind of a waste of time. After some more of our stuff on the auction sold, I had a really random idea. What if you made a snow farm? I have an order for bones for some reason. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, we ordered this a long time ago for that Crimson farm. I never used them. I guess I'll just dump them in here and order them back to people. Okay, this one's pro. That is an expensive shovel, but I guess we'll buy it. We don't really have another choice. Finally done with the snow farm, and yeah, overall it was a horrible decision, and it makes literally no money because nobody wants to buy it and nobody wants to order. After dropping some more bones into the shulker loader, I went down to go order the bones to people, and we made about 1 mil. Oh, somebody actually bought the glow lichen. Let's go. I'm gonna AFK these skellies for about 20 minutes just to see like what the rate is on how much bones this thing actually produces. And yeah, I'll times that by the amount they're ordering for, and we'll see how much money these skellies make an hour. And yeah, I'm gonna just go think of some money making ideas that I could do because I don't know what else to do right now. Right, I am back. I've been AFKing for about like, I think it's been around 2 hours. So there is 12,000 bones in here, and we can do 12,000 times the average order is probably around $70. So we made $840,000 in 2 hours. So that means we make around 420k an hour with 50 skellies. Wait, let me check this chest. Oh, it made 2 in here too. All right, we made around 600k. Oh, never mind. There's more bones. Okay, yeah, we made around like 720 cats. And some of the bones are in the shulker boxes. They just haven't fully filled the shulker boxes yet, so it's not gonna like send it down. But yeah. Also put some bone meal in the glow lichen farm and then started AFKing it. After AFKing for a little bit, we had about 9 stacks of glow lichen and I started selling them on auction. Alright guys, I just woke up. Our base is not rated. Hopefully we still have the same amount of skellies as we did. Okay, perfect. I've been AFKing for around like 10 or 11 hours, so let's see how much money we made. 61,000 bones. We made around 4.27 mil overnight. Alright, first chest. 4 bones. Most of them go in here though. Okay, that's pretty good. And all of them ordered. We made 3.36 million. I'll take it. Alright, I've been AFKing for about 30 minutes, and all of our glow lichen is sold. Here's all the auction transactions if y'all want to see them. But look, this is insane, bro. Glow lichen is 400k a stack, bro. Since the glow lichen was so high right now, I decided to go ahead and sell some more. I also modified the glow lichen farm a little bit and even made this little storage system for it. Sadly, some of the footage did corrupt, but I basically just ordered the bones and I made around $7 million from this. And you can also see this by my playtime going up. We have 77k bones, pretty good. We now have 56 spawners and 1 singular shard. Alright, well I'm gonna go ahead and AFK for the night and hopefully we can make a decent amount of money. Alright, we've been AFKing for so long that the bone storage is actually 100% full. We did it! 250 million! I'll see you on the next one. By the way, anyone who's a YouTube channel member will get a shout out at the end of my videos. Right now we only have one, but thank you Angel Blackstar. But thank you everyone for watching the video and I'll see you on the next one.